Hello everyone, this is actually part 2 to the video me and Chloe uploaded last week. If you want us to keep this series going, please 3,000 likes on this video and we will do that. Enjoy the video. Did you remember in school, it was year 4 for us, where in primary school you went from writing in a pencil to writing in a pen?
Oh yeah.
Can you remember how
you had to earn your pen?
Yeah, you had to earn your pen. You had to do like little like handwriting things, and the
Yeah.
teacher had to come over and go,
Yeah, and I think you're ready
Yes.
for your pen now. See, I remember at my I'm sure it was like, I think it was like year 4, maybe, where if you earned your pen, you could get your pen. But then I think it was by like year 5, if you hadn't done it, you just got one anyway.
it's like you get like it's like taking part, you get a medal.
Or like year 6, I think it might have been. I remember I got to the stage where they were just like, right, okay, there's nothing we can do with you now. You're just gonna have to take the pen and use it because my handwriting was so bad.
Oh, was yours really bad?
Yeah,
Like?
mine's still terrible. Do you know, like in
I
primary school when they'd always look at like, it was actually the same in high school. Where they'd look at the handwriting and go, right, that's a girl's, or that's a boy's. Well, mine, they'd always think mine was one of the the little raggy lads.
See, I had the opposite of that, and I told you this. I think it was last week. We're talking about handwriting. My handwriting has always been really, really neat. Like when I was in school, I used to write joined up, like really neat. And I remember, and I said this to you in year 3, my teacher, I'm not going to name her, was like, "Oh my God, your handwriting's so neat, Cam." And I was like, "Oh, thanks, miss." And she went, "God, you must be gay." I went, "Ah."
Surely not.
She went, "Oh, you must be," like, she didn't say it twice, but she went, "Oh, you must be gay." And I remember being like,
Because you had nice handwriting.
"Oh,
Must
yeah.
be a homosexual.
Oh, yeah, bet he loves RuPaul's Drag Race."
That's a bit fruity.
Oh, yeah. Bit sus there, Cam.
Why would you say that to a child?
No. At the time, I didn't think it was like anything. I just went, "Oh, all right, yeah."
But then look, what?
Yeah, because, like, yeah.
It's such a weird thing to say to a kid because if the handwriting's nice. Oh, you must like Willies.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah.
Like at that age, you don't like anyone.
It was a compliment, if anything.
Yeah.
She was actually.
It's just a stupid stereotype. Like, oh, he's got nice handwriting. Oh, you know what that means.
In primary school, we had this thing with. I've just wrote it down here. We had this toilet roll shortage. Okay.
COVID.
I know. Pre-COVID, we had this like toilet roll shortage. So we were, when it came round, I was like, "Don't worry, I've got this fucking nailed down. I've had this before." Anyway, the headmaster started saying that anyone that used more than one slice to wipe their arse would be on the blue line. I don't know how they'd monitor this. Maybe it's like before, like kids would go in for a shit, you'd like count how many squares were on the thing, but you were only meant.
What if you like needed a couple wipes? Because you can't just wipe if you have a number 2. You can't just use one slice. You go in a few times.
Maybe that's why I like a finger up the arse. The amount of times I fucking fingered myself with the finger. No, I'm taking the piss. I don't.
I'm just done.
But the amount of times you'd end up like trying to wipe your ass and you'd finger yourself because, you know, remember in school where they'd get like the really shit toilet paper.
Like it feels like McDonald's napkins.
Yeah. What the fuck? It actually does, but like the thin slice of it, not like all of it put together. And you only allowed to use one slice, so you proper had to fold it over loads and just like really be pinpoint with it. And you know me, when I fucking stand up and wipe my ass, how hard that was for us.
Yeah, cheers for that.
I just wanted to let you know that.
In primary school, did you ever have like any class pets?
We had a spider.
Was that like actually in a cage or was it just in the classroom?
It was just in the classroom.
Yeah. So, because I remember in reception we had a pet fish and it was named after somebody's dad because someone's dad was called. Someone went, "My dad's called Tony. Can we name the fish Tony?" So then the fish got called Tony for some reason.
Did Tony know this?
I don't know. But then I always remember in nursery because like I always remember in nursery we had tadpoles.
Yeah.
And then we were supposed to, you know, watch them turn into frogs. Like,
yeah,
over time.
like a journey.
Then they would have got released when the frogs.
Yeah.
Well, some of the sociopathic children in my nursery decided to go into the tank and squash all the tadpoles in with the bare hands and just kill them all. So then we weren't allowed tadpoles anymore.
Like a tadpole genocide?
Yes, they were like sociopaths. They didn't even care. They were just like, and I remember being so upset about these poor tadpoles.
Did any survive?
No, they just all got squished.
So they're extinct in the classroom?
Yes, they killed all the tadpoles.
Oh my God, did they not get told off for that?
Yes, they got bollocked.
I feel like if you
so
squash
upset.
a tadpole, you should get squashed.
Yeah, I was so upset. I wanted to see them turn into little frogs.
What the fuck? Why would people do that?
I don't know.
What year was that?
Nursery?
Oh, nursery.
Yeah, so it was like when you were like 4. Imagine like picking your kid up from nursery, the 4-year-old, and finding out they'd killed a bunch of tadpoles. You'd be like, Christ.
And I should be like, Jesus
Got a little
Christ.
creep on your hands, yeah, I don't know.
And I know chicken nuggets for him, and I eat.
Wonder how them guys are getting on. I think there was like 3 of the boys, and I remember all the names. I wonder how they're getting on.
Maybe it's the work with animals now. Maybe they've turned their life around.
No.
Yeah, how good was it when you got the you know, when like the teacher really, like, we all thought it was because it was educational, but the teacher, you could tell, just could not be asked. And then they'd get that 1970s block telly that would get wheeled in, and the whole class would be like, yes.
Yeah, the teachers would be probably hungover that day, and they noticed. They're like, right, just chuck that on.
Remember that feeling when that would get in? And it used to be a videotape as well. They just plug it in, and the whole thing would like go weird.
See, but I also remember though, like, do you know, like when it was raining in primary school?
Yeah. Like a wet day in.
Yeah. So for your breaks, what did you have to do? Because us, if you were in like the younger years, you had to go in the there was like a little assembly hall and a big one.
Yeah.
So we had to go in the little one, and they used to put that telly in, but they'd play the same movie every single time, but it would be from the beginning. So I'll tell you this, I have watched the first 15 minutes of Flubber so many times in my life, but I've never watched the rest of the movie.
Fucking Flubber.
Flubber?
Why does that sound so good in a Geordie accent?
Flubber. So I've watched the first start of Flubber so many times, but I just never finished it because they only ever played the first 15 minutes of the movie. It was pointless. But if you watch that though, at lunchtime they would carry on and you could watch it again, but it was like, well, what's the point?
Why is that caught us off guard? Fucking Flubber. I've just never heard that film in like ages.
So it's ingrained in your head
is it
because
the whale?
of that. No, it's when what's he called?
Robin Williams.
Yeah, when he makes the slime that moves.
Oh yeah. I think I haven't seen.
I don't think I ever got to the slime moving.
I thought you said I don't think I ever got the cinema. Straight to DVD, that one.
The thing I always remember from like someone else's parent, no idea whose parent it was, but there's this one dad who would always come and pick up the kid with them shoes on that are toe shoes. Do you know, like where you can like it like wraps around every single toe, the shoes, the running shoes, God, the weird ones.
No, they're actually like scary.
Yeah, so he would always pick up his kids with them shoes on, and I'd always be like,
I always think that if somebody wears that, it's like a big dick move to say you've touched kids. I just feel like some people that wear shoes like that need the hard drive checked. Yeah. I feel like they're hiding something. So did you ever have like in primary school like people who like regulars who would come into assembly and like talk to the kids? What are they called? Is it a priest? Yeah. Yeah. So we had like a couple of them who would always come in like quite regularly. And there was one guy with a puppet. A priest with a puppet? No, I don't think he wasn't a priest. And his puppet was called George. And I'll never forget that. This what
man,
did he say?
He used to, I can't remember, but he used to always just come into assembly with this little puppet on his hand called George. And it would like, just, I don't know, it would just chat shit to him. And then he would like, and like the puppet would like look at the girls and like do like little eyebrows at the girls and stuff and like flirt with them. And it was like really weird. What the actual fuck? When you saw kids? Like obviously he wasn't the man, he was just trying to like make the kids laugh. Was the puppet a paedophile? But, no, he was a child, but then he'd always like put the puppet back in the thing, and then he's jammed his leg, and the puppet would go like it was just like for why though? I don't know what the purpose of it was, but like I remember it like it was the George the puppet. Like I want to know if anybody did, because I'm sure I went to a few schools. Did George the puppet come to your school and sexually assault you? No, did a man come to anybody else's school who like lives in Newcastle with a puppet that was called George? I need to know. Let us know, please. Was he called He's on the loose if not, please. I think he was talking about sus people with kids. We always used to have a weekly mass in our school with the priest. And I think I've told you this before. Everyone would always have to, like, in my school... this was so normal to me, but when I tell people, they go, what the fuck? So every time we'd have to, like, go like this. Like, you're going down a water slide. This was like, you don't want any bread or wine. Right? But if you wanted bread or wine, you'd have to stand like this. Like, I want some. They gave you wine? It was like Schlur, I think. I don't know. I only used to get it because it was alcohol. But yeah, like, when I was like year 2, you'd go up and everyone's like walking really slowly to get their bread and their wine. You know, it's being blessed. Anyway, I remember I got to the front and the priest was called Father Michael. Prick. Right? Fucking wanker.
Absolute wanker. Like, there was some nice priest, but he was a wanker. Anyway, I've done like that. And he put the bread in my hands, and I still to this day don't know why. So he put the bread in my hands, and I got it, and then I just walked off with it, and I was going to put it in my mouth, right? I didn't want to just put it in front of my mouth, right, in front of the priest, because I just don't like eating in front of people. Anyway, I walked off, right, with it, and he grabbed us, and he went, "Never walk off with the Lord's body in your hand." And I was literally like 8. I went, "What?" And the teacher looked at us, like my teacher at the time, like year teacher, looked at us like, "What the fuck?" And he had to get took off us. Like, the teacher took him off us, and then I walked off with it, and I was really, like, it's funny now, but at the time I was really shook. I remember going home and telling me ma about it. I was like, "Ma, this fucking priest touched us."
Your mum was like, "What?"
Me ma, I think me ma put a complaint in at the school, actually. Didn't see him again. But it was like, I was literally, just because I didn't put it in front of him, "Do not walk off with the Lord's body in your hand." I was like, "Mate, it's just a piece of bread." I was like, "I'm literally going to get me wine." I was like, the bread's quite crusty anyway. Like, I was going to get the wine to wash it down. And I always remember, he just said that. I was like, what the fuck's he going on about? But he proper grabbed us hard. Like a full-on grab. Ever since then, I was scarred. Had to do it every week for about 4 more years.
No, but after that, you were going like this.
I was like,
I don't want the bread in my hand. I don't want the Lord's body in my hand.
Yeah, thank you very much for watching, everybody. Please drop a like and a subscribe, and we will see you later.